Right, I've introduced myself before, but I'll do it again. My name's Ian Foster, part of British Big Cat Research Group, and I'm just going to give you a little tutorial on how to put up a small hide, which can also be used as a shelter if you need to in emergencies. Hides we can use for when you're out on a vigil or a stakeout, watching a piece of area where you believe a cat's going to wander. What we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through the kit, then I'm going to show you how to put the basher up, or the hide up, how to camouflage the hide, and then we'll show you what the hide looks like from the inside and from the outside. As you can see, I've laid out all the equipment on a large poncho. The ponchos you can get again from army surplus stores. If you can't get a poncho, you can get a sheet of tarpaulin. You can buy the tarpaulins from almost any camping shop. They come in different sizes, but ideally you want one about the same size as the poncho here, which is approximately 2 meters by 2 meters square. Okay, the reason it's 2 meters by 2 meters is when these are up, you can actually use them to sleep under if you have to, which is what we're about to show you. Right, basic kit you'll need. First of all, we've got tent pegs here. You can get them from any camping shop or army surplus store. The army surplus store is probably the best bet because you can get all of the kit that I'm going to show you from them. Moving on up, these are bungees. You can buy these from pound shops as well. Okay, they're standard bungees. I'll just lift one up with the stick if I can. They're standard bungees. They're not camouflage or anything, as you can see, the yellows, blues, the purples. You normally buy 2 for £1 in a pound shop. There's realistically need for probably 4 of them. If you get 4, you should be alright. You can also use string, rope, cord, anything along those lines. Moving across. Okay, this is a camouflage net. You can buy it from most army surplus stores. They are a little bit more difficult to get hold of because obviously everything that's going on in the world, Afghanistan, etc. Camo nets are in use in operations, but like I say, you can pick them up from army surplus stores. You can also get them online. You can also, if you go to decent hunting shops and fishing shops, you can buy certain types of camo net in there. This was donated to me, and that's all we need to say on that one. This is just a side pouch, also known as a rocket pouch, from an army issue rucksack. It detaches, as you can see, I've detached it, and all the equipment that I'm showing you will actually fit inside that rocket pouch, in that side pouch. Okay, this is the hook of the bungee, as you can see. There's one on each end. The hook with the open area there needs to be facing downwards when it's onto the poncho. The reason it needs to face downwards is if the rain falls and hits the top of that, it'll run down and just drip off from the end. If the hook's the other way, and this is the common mistake, it'll hit the top there, run along on the inside of it, and then run along the inside of the poncho that you're lying under, so you'll get very wet. So remember, always put your hook downwards. The poncho has holes on each corner, proper little eyelets, and it's quite simple. You hook it through like so, then pull and around your anchor point, which in this case we're using a silver birch. Okay, it doesn't need to be tight enough to actually damage the tree, but it does need to be tight enough to be slightly taut so the poncho will hold up. Next we'll be showing you how to stop the centre of the poncho from leaking. Okay, as you can see, with a poncho you've got a hood in the centre. And obviously the hood is big enough for a man's head to come through, so it's definitely big enough for the rain to come through. The way we can stop this is again using bungees. Take your hood and gather it in the middle, then take a bungee and go round the hood so it's nice and tight, like so. Okay, that will just stop the rain from coming in. You then take the bungee itself and hook it to any tree that's directly above, like so. So what we've just shown you is the very basics of how to put a shelter up. There are other shelters and there are other methods, but we'll cover them in later episodes. Okay, so we've now shown you how to put the basic shelter up. I'm now going to show you how to camouflage the shelter. Okay, in front of us we have the ready-made poncho that we've just set up. I'm going to zoom in so you can actually see exactly where it is before we camouflage. As you can see, it's set quite a way off the floor. That gives you enough room and enough comfort to sit underneath it in dry conditions and wet conditions and watch the area to your front, which we'll show you once we've camouflaged the actual thing. I'll just zoom out again. And then once we camouflage it, we'll show you another shot. So this is your before and you will have an after. Okay, as we showed you earlier, I've got camouflage netting to camouflage the actual shelter with. It's very easy to camouflage it, as you'll see. It's just really a case of draping the camouflage netting over the actual shelter. Okay, dead simple. Take your camouflage netting and spread it out. Remembering there's no straight lines in nature, so you really want to hook it up as best you can to other things, which will, I've no doubt, bring foliage down to help with the camouflage. Okay, but as you can see, there's no straight edges coming in on this. If you need to tie it to anything, then again, not too much of a problem. Cut. Okay, as you can see, or maybe not as the case may be, we've now camouflaged the poncho and the hide in front of us. So I'll now zoom in so you can actually see where the hide that is the actual hide. Okay, you can just about make out the camouflage netting. See if I can get any closer. No, that's as far as the zoom will go. That is exactly where the hide is. As you can see plenty of the field. You can even see people walking past, out for a daily walk. I've got no idea we're here. So obviously it'd be ideal for watching for big cats, or any other wildlife you want to look for. Okay, as you can see, there's plenty of space inside the hide. That's where the camo netting is, and that's where we were just looking out to see what was walking by. Plenty of room in here. As you can see, my legs stretch all the way to the end of it. If it was raining, I'd be quite happily dry under here. Okay, you can stay under one of these for, well, you could stay under it for a week easily. You can cook, you can sit, you can rest, you can sleep. Okay, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a hide and a shelter.